Hey Malik, good to see you on here. What did you take from the games that you started and played extensively last year? What did you learn from that, and how has it made you better in training camp this summer?
Oh man, you definitely learn a lot. As far as coming from college to the NFL, schemes are way different. The players, it's another level. You got to raise your game to, and it's really for me. I feel like it was a learning experience. Every week being able to see different guys and different teams and see how they're trying to attack our defense and see what they're trying to do on offense as well. So I definitely took a lot from each and every week. I tried to just take it, one step at a time, one day at a time, and continue to grow and learn. Because I feel like that's the biggest point you can do, each and every day.
Next up, Nick Kosminer.
Yeah, Malik, players who have been in Vic Fangio's defense talk a lot about the year two jump and how in the second year things become a lot more kind of natural and familiar. Have you started to kind of feel that manifest, and where do you think that will have the biggest impact on the field itself?
Yeah, definitely. For me, even going from, I played linebacker 1 year in college to come into his system as well. And I know there's a lot of guys, that were new to the system, but it's a lot of learning that goes into it. And I feel like even with it being that first year and, us going through the year, I feel like we definitely did a lot of good things on defense, but we had a lot of things we had to learn from as well. And last year was a great opportunity for us to, continue to build and build. And I feel like here in training camp this year, we, a light years ahead of where we were last year. And I'm looking forward to, what we can do as a defense.
Next up, Troy Ring.
Malik, good to see you, my man. You put on some weight. How much weight? How have you seen that help in camp? And with Bradley maybe on a play count, it sounds like they haven't said that, but he might be a little limited. Are you looking forward to the way you could chip in and contribute early in the season?
Weight-wise, when I got here, I put on, I think, maybe 5 to 6 pounds last year, but it wasn't the weight that I wanted. I didn't put it on the right way. So I tried to focus on, this offseason, get in with the nutritionist, working up a plan to where we could, get to a good weight, but have it trim it up so that I can move well with it. And I feel good at where I'm at right now. And as far as Bradley and, what's going on, I'm praying that, he gets back healthy, that he's ready to go, by the beginning of the season. But I just stay, ready for each and every opportunity that's presented whenever it comes. And, just stay ready, when my number's called. So.
Next up, Brandon Cristal.
Malik, I know every lineman is a different challenge, but when you're in those pass rush drills specifically with DeMar Dotson, who's definitely the biggest player that's ever played for the Broncos, maybe one of the biggest likely that you've ever seen, what kind of challenge does he propose trying to get by him every day?
Oh, yeah. DeMar is 12-year veteran, I think. So having a guy, as big as that, and then, that has seen so many guys, throughout the years, and he knows how to adapt to different kind of rushers. It just helps promote, each of our games when we, go against them and, see where we can, attack him, if he has any weaknesses, which he doesn't have many. But you just try to, keep working against them, keep finding areas that you can, improve your game. And I feel like that, have him and going against him, each and every day will help us, going into the year. Because, like you said, you don't see guys like that, every year, a guy that's been in the league for that long. So it's been great to have a guy like him and go against him as well.
Next up, Kyle Newman.
Malik, going back to last training camp, obviously undrafted guy trying to make the team. Have you had time to reflect on the whirlwind of the past calendar year to this date? And has that changed your mentality at all, as you're trying to still establish yourself as a pro here this year?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, last year, like I said, each week was from the preseason going into the year, making the team and everything, I count it as a blessing. And still being in this position, I count it as a blessing as well. I thank God for it all, because without him, I wouldn't be here right now. So I continue to, take what I've learned and take, the path that, that I've been on, and continue to, drive and push forward. Don't never get complacent. Continue to try to, work on my game, work on areas that I can improve, and be able to take coaching and learn from, whether it's, Vaughn, Chubb, guys that's been doing it for a long time, but continue to have that drive to improve, never get complacent. I feel like that's what I internalize.
Next up, Zach Stevens.
Malik, where do you feel you've taken the biggest step from year one to year two?
I feel like just in the understanding of the defense, really. Because last year I feel like I was, trying to, learn it on the fly. Each and every week, against different teams, we did different things in our defense. So just like having an understanding of football, like understanding NFL football, which is different from college. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's where I took, some of the biggest steps, and just understand what we need to do in the defense and how to, be aggressive in our defense as well. I feel like that's a big step that I've taken this year personally.
Next up, Jeff Legwood.
Hey, Malik, I'm just curious. We were just talking to Vic, and he said he put Bassey today in the starting nickel, and he's an undrafted rookie. I'm wondering how difficult you think it would have been for you to make an impression last year with no preseason games.
Definitely. That's something tough to do. Something that nobody has dealt with, before, or at least that I know of. But it's definitely a grind, and for him to be able to have made an impression so early on, and to be doing so well, doing good things at camp is just a testament to I feel like the type of person he is, type of player he is, to be able to take take every day, learn every day, and be able to be better in the following days. And I feel like that's something that Coach Fangio has saw, and I feel like that's something that is a testament to, like I said, the person and the player he is.
Last two, Troy then Brandon.
Malik, following you on Twitter, I know how important social justice reform is to you. What was it like to go through what you guys went through as a team last week? How do you think it can make you guys stronger as a group?
Man, it's tough, and to see the conversation and the that we had back in the summer, and really one of our points being that we didn't want the social justice and the drive for change to fall by the wayside in football, and everybody got back to their lives and things of that sort, which I feel like it did somewhat fall to the wayside, but I feel like having that discussion definitely, I feel like, gave us a new mindset on how to move forward, and definitely making sure that this is important to us, and then we attack it, and not just let it go on for months and months and not have said anything about it. So I feel like what we did last week, and coming up with things that we could do to have an impact in our community, and being able to talk with the law enforcement as well was huge, and seeing their side of the fence, and not even the fence, but seeing their getting their perspective on things, and seeing how they want to help improve things, and how they want to work in cooperation with us as well. So it was definitely great to see, and I hope we can definitely keep this driving force going.
Final one, Brandon Cristal.
Malik, this is a weird few days coming up here, especially with the cuts coming Saturday. And like you said, you don't want to get complacent, but I imagine you feel pretty good about your chances of making the 53. Will you have conversations with some of the other young guys, whether they're in your position group or that you just encounter, about the prospects of making the squad, or what happens if they don't, and practice squad and all that? Will you have those conversations, you think?
I mean, definitely, I'm open to always talking to anyone, if they have any questions or, concerns about anything, and how it could be, I feel like my central point would be, you only can, control what you can control, you know what I'm saying, and get everything you can out of each and every day, and, let God handle the rest. That's going to be pretty much my advice to